Do you know that a lot of women get really masculine after their separation or divorce and they wonder, are they ever going to be loved again, and find a man who will not make them pay all the bills or make all the decisions?
We talk about masculine and feminine energy, and we talk about polarity between the two. And a lot of women don't even understand what it is and how we can not be masculine because we need to be in our masculine to get shit done. And certainly we need to be in our feminine at different times to get things done too. So, when do we need to be able to pull one out of our pocket and use it in different ways? And how can we use it in a way that's going to get the most out of our life ahead?
Yeah, so very often we don't even understand that we have become very masculine in our actions and the way that we actually are doing our life. And it's not your fault, ladies, because we know that for many single mums, they have to go into their masculine just to survive, just to go to work every day, keep the household running. Very often they're the main breadwinners, and that this leads to them having to take the lead. And very often, even though they would have loved it, they look around and their husband wasn't at their side. Their husband had dropped back. And we know the truth is the more that you overcompensate and the more that you do, the more that your partner will step back and let you do. And these are things that if we want to change these patterns and not allow it to happen in our next relationship, we're the ones that have got to do this work on ourselves so we actually understand how our behavior affects how our partner will treat us.
Absolutely. And I think the core thing here is we don't even understand it. So we just move into this energy and we end up being in it because it's just a default. And I know myself as a single mum, as I had to go through be mum and dad to my kids at different times, we actually default into the masculine because we need to be the discipliner, the decision maker, and we need to be the fixer around the house, and we need to be the one that says no and the tough one to the kids and is the one that sets the boundaries as well. So these are the things we don't have anyone to yin and yang off, and it can create for us a habit that we find hard to break when we do meet someone and do want to have a different relationship with them as well.
I know when I was married, I actually took pride in the fact that I was the leader and the decision maker, and I drove everything we did. And I liked the fact that was the way that it was until I got to the stage that I wanted my partner, my husband, to share the load with me. And that's when I realized that I had become too masculine and too dominating, controlling, and he was just taking the easy road. And I didn't like that. I wanted to have more of a partnership and a more of a balance, but it really came down to the way that I was showing up and what I was doing. And I needed to learn some new tools and skills because I was definitely not associating with my femininity. And the more that I was in my masculine, the more the polarity changed in our relationship. So I became less appealing to him sexually because we were both acting in our masculine instead of the masculine feminine. And that's what polarity is. It's like the magnet, it's the opposing energies attract. Whereas when you're both in your same energy, then you actually repel each other.
Yeah, and certainly what that means is the polarity is another word is sexual chemistry as well. And if you're both in your masculine, it makes sense, or you're both in your feminine, it makes sense that you're not feeling that push and pull of chemistry and wanting to jump each other's bones and get excited about being with each other as well. And I think that's a big part of when things break down in the marriage, it's because we don't understand what happened. And we do go through the 4 R's, we call them, and that certainly that resistance and the ability to understand that part of that and the breakdown of that chemistry is a big part of us putting up walls and putting up masks and shielding our feelings and our emotions and hiding behind things as well and not speaking up, not sharing, and feeling that we don't have a voice or we can't be heard. And we also don't feel listened to, and we don't feel a lot of things in here at this point. But it's all from the starting point of us not feeling confident in ourselves, of being able to share and speak up and be who we want to be or who we need to be, and be in our feminine as well.
One of the things that I know after my separation and divorce was that I did not want to keep operating in my masculine. And I wanted to become more feminine and softer and allow my partner to help me more and for us to have a real co creative relationship. So I had that in my mind when I started looking for a new partner and started to date. And I met many men out there when I started to date. And for one reason or another, I wasn't the match that some people wanted. And some of the guys that really liked me, they weren't the men that I wanted as my partner. Some of them were really nice guys, but I know that I would have to stay in my masculine. I'd have to keep paying for everything. I'd have to keep making all the decisions. I'd have to keep earning all the money. And while that had served me in my life and got me to where I was, I didn't want to have to continue to be in my masculine as I went into retirement. And so that was a real conscious decision for me. But when I first went through my separation and divorce, I didn't even understand why my relationship had broken down. And I didn't understand that was the contributing factor that broke my relationship. So I only learned about masculine and feminine energy and polarity after my relationship broke down. But I tell you, it has been the thing that has changed the way that I dated, the way that I went out there and how I show up myself, but it also led me to meeting a beautiful man whose intention and desire is to give to me and to look after me and protect me rather than me have to do everything for them. And that's been beautiful to be in a relationship with a man like that.
One of the things I hear from a lot of ladies that we work with is we have to be in our masculine in our workplace. We have to go into board meetings or work meetings or leadership roles or the office or whatever that is. And we need to be in our masculine to make things happen and to set up projects and to lead them and to discipline or to let people go. And yeah, we do. We do. But there's a difference between being in our masculine or strong feminine. And that's a big thing that I had to learn. Most of my career and most of my life, I spent operating in male-dominated industries with agricultural world of running agricultural businesses right through to the bank, right through to state manager for different companies to running and setting up my own global business. And majority of my clients and my team were males and that reported to me as well, and I reported to. So it's very different to understand that we move from that space to then come home and then even what is feminine and are we being weak? Are we being submissive? And it's understanding that's not being feminine. Feminine is still strong. It's still being yourself. It's still being in your own power, but it's certainly been empowering to allow the person that you're with to be in their strength and their masculine and be in their healthy masculine as well, not unhealthy masculine. So if we don't even understand what they are, how can we even look around to see what we want, to understand where we want to be and how we want to show up and what is not healthy from the start, and to make sure that we are discerning enough to not choose that too. So this is where it comes down to education. And the more we learn, the more we can grow and the more we can choose in a healthy way to find that right partner that enables and allows us to live our life and be feminine, but be strong feminine and allow people to lead as well and not just be the one that is exhausted by the one having to do it all.
So we see a lot of ladies who think that they are strong, independent women, and that's how they show up in the world. And they're not going to take rubbish from anybody. And they go out there to prove themselves all the time and just to protect themselves, really. It's a safety mechanism. And we totally understand why women want to do that, especially after they've been hurt. We also know what it takes to be able to balance our energy and for us to be able to get to a place that we've healed and that we can be loving and compassionate and have healthy boundaries, but still speak up and still be able to navigate our way through conflict. And so these are things that we know that really help ladies when they do understand. And it's why we do a program called Reset Your Life and Shine after separation and divorce. Now, this 3-day program, and we're running them in October in Sydney, Brisbane, and Perth. So click on the link below if you have ever been separated or divorced. And it doesn't matter if it's something that you're just going through or if it happened 10 or 20 years ago. What we will take you through over these 3 days is a journey to allow you to be able to become self-aware and understand the roles that you've been playing and how your childhood affected you, how and why you got into the relationships you did, and then how and why your relationships broke down. You need to understand all of that before you can actually heal and grow to be able to put your relationship to bed so it doesn't trigger you anymore and you don't take it into your next relationship. So these 3 days, we're going to educate you. Sandra and I are known as Australia's #1 divorce recovery and life transition coaches. And these 3 days are life-changing. Click on the link below and we hope you will join us for $47. The tickets are subsidized. They should be $997, but we want every woman in the world. But we're just in Australia, so you've got this unique opportunity to join us in October and learn some new tools and skills so then you can create a beautiful new life for yourself. And if you want to get into a relationship, to actually have a healthy relationship.
For when you are ready. And we want you to be whole and complete first and know that a man's going to add to your life. It's not something that you need to complete your life. It's something that you want to add, another relationship. And it's going to be a healthy relationship going forward. And it's going to be different to what you've ever had in the past. And that's exciting. So, ladies, we look forward to meeting you there at our upcoming event. And we'll see you there, meet you there, and look forward to sharing your journey ahead.
Yeah, and for those ladies that think that they never want to be in another relationship again and that they just know that that is not something they're ever going to do because they're scared of getting hurt or they don't trust, that's totally okay as well. Knowing this information and learning what over the 3 days will give you a new sense of self and a new level of consciousness and confidence for you to be able to live your life as a single empowered woman, but coming from your love and compassion rather than your judgment and fear. See you there, lady. Hope to see you soon.
Ciao.